All right, I got these seats off of Marketplace. There's some Corbeau, imagine that's how you pronounce it, seats. These are usually $450 a piece. I got them for $400 for the pair. A guy pulled them out of a, it was a 2016 Mustang. So it's got the 2016 Mustang rails on it. And they're pretty close to the Mark VIII position. They're just a little bit wider. So one, I actually could get one bolt in, but after sitting in it, I realized that it'd be a little bit too far forward. So I think the plan is now I'm gonna cut these feet off and just drill a hole here, because here's the other side, by the way. It's off by like, you know, a full inch from the center. Still pretty close. I think my plan is to just cut this leg off, drill a hole here, use that existing stud. This side, it looks like I could get away with also cutting that leg off, drilling a hole, and using that stud, and the rail will sit flat there. I could space it up if I need to. The fronts, I'm just gonna chop those off and bend them to fit the correct angle. And then use that existing bolt hole as well, left and right. And there's plenty of meat there. Need to change that from a 90 to like a 30, I guess. Then re-drill the hole a bit closer, and it'll be in there. All right, little update. Got the holes drilled out. It's sitting flat. I'm probably gonna have to space it up like a kind of just a fat washer to clear the bolt heads that are going to inevitably be sticking out of the bottom side of this. But did have to do, I took an angle grinder and just notched it and then beat it in with a hammer. This little brace, this little rib that runs across there, it's not gonna hurt shit. There's still another layer behind it. But back to the front, cut those legs off. And honestly, I think that, because the leg used to be like this, I feel that I'm just gonna flip the fucker over and weld her into place like that. And that'll be that side. Do something very similar to this one. I have to do a little bit of trimming here, but I mean, it's pretty good. Use the shorter one here, see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like it was made for it. Just throw a couple tacks on there and pull it out and weld her solid. Yeah, and these actually already came with, I imagine this is the seat belt out of the S550, you know, 2015 and up Mustang. The rail came out of. But I tested my Mark VIII seatbelt in there, and it works just fine, so I don't have to change this out. I'll keep this until I finally get my roll cage in and can throw some harnesses on it. But it's a little bit loose, so I gotta tighten it up still. But yeah, the plug is different, so that's not gonna work. I'm pretty sure these are the seatbelt wires. So when I hook this all up and the seatbelt chime won't go off, I'm gonna try and splice this into there. Colors are different, of course, but I don't know. I'll have to get a pin out and make sure that that's the correct wires. All right, haven't put any bolts in it yet, but here's what we got. And on the back side, you can see, not sure whether you can see it here, but the bolts that hold the seat on actually don't even touch. This one did. See where I marked it with the marker? I just took a hammer and bashed it in a little bit right there. And now the bolt head clears. You can see it pretty good from this angle. If you look down there, yeah, it won't focus, but it clears. And this is it all bolted in. Bam, 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 bam. Doesn't have much slide Ability. Here we got, maybe my wife might be able to fit in there, but yeah, fits good. And the best part is Mark VIII seat belt, fits the Mustang buckle until I can get my cage put in so I can run my harnesses. All right, got the passenger side in, literally did the same exact thing. Cut the legs off, drilled the back ones out, and then used the legs, flip them over, got them onto the bolt holes here, welded them in. Now I just gotta put the seat back on the rail here. Good to go. All right, so everything's all installed. Both seats slide forward and backward as they should. Seat belts are in. Since I'm not putting this plastic center console back in, I made one of my own. I just had this empty ammo can that I threw in here. Held in with 4 self-tappers right on the ribs here. So I got somewhere to put my stuff and an armrest while I'm driving. I sat in the seat. It's perfect size for my arm. Yeah. So this is me sitting in it. Armrest, perfect height. Close the door. Closed in. Seatbelt's pretty easy to get to. It just kind of stays here on the bolster. Hooks up as it should. Everything's good to go. Plenty of room. There's plenty of adjustment in these seats too. I mean, I didn't even like do it on purpose. I just kind of set the track up like it's perfectly in the middle where I'm at. So I mean, it goes forward a good 8 inches and it goes back another 8 inches. So you know, taller people can drive it, shorter people can drive it. Works out good.